Yeah, let me tell you a story. I tell you a quick story. You see in the thumbnail, life can change in a split second. You know, for years, for years and years and years and years, growing up in the neighborhood that I'm from, stuff that's happened to me, happened to family member. It create a lot of stress. It create a lot of anxiety and a lot of stuff. But young and growing up in the community, you don't really look on it and you don't really care about them stuff much. But as you get older, you realize that them stuff was a problem, and it started to, it was affecting you mentally. So my story is coming up, growing up as a young kid, in Jamaica. You get to a certain age, you start seeing things, you start realizing stuff, you start doing stuff, and then people around you, stuff start happening to people around your friends, family member, and it started to create this thing. And because we're there and we try to look mature to our friends, it's affecting us, but we put it to the back of our mind. So I'm talking to a lot of people now. A lot of people, you can understand if you've got mental health issue, if you got anxiety, if you got stress, if you got depression, you can understand where I'm coming from. And there's a lot of people, a lot of guys, men, women. I'm not gonna, separate them. There's a lot of, because all of us go through the same sort of emotion and we deal with the same stuff. So over the years, I'm gonna tell you some stuff that's personal to me. A lot of people, a family member, probably don't even want me to talk about this online, but I'm gonna talk about it to just give you an insight. If you look at me, I look fine right now, don't it? I look really fine right now, but continue watching the video and I'll tell you what's going on at the moment. So I just left school, left high school, doing my little job here and there. End up had to leave my job because of some money issue. So now I'm in the neighborhood. I'm running up and down and stuff like that. In and out. So this is where a lot of the trauma started. It started a time before then, but this is where it started. My brother got shot. I was sat in front of my brother, watched the guy walk down the road, and saw him jump across the road and shot my brother. My brother got shot 9 times, got 9 bullets. He's still alive. Give thanks to God. For the rest of that week after my brother got shot, I was scared as hell. Anxiety, the stress every day looking out through I've seen people get shot before, but when it's so close to you and when it's somebody that you love, it affects you even more. Because there's stuff been going on in the neighborhood for a time. I've been shot at. Even before then, I've been shot at. I get what I mean? I've been dragged in the alleyway with gun to my head to, the trauma. You get what I mean? So that happened. And then as the years go by, my brother, he end up recovering. Um, he moved away, moved to England. Now I'm still in the neighborhood. I'm still around. Them guys' friends are still around, lurking around somewhere. You get what I mean? So through all that time after my brother got shot, the anxiety, the depression, but I didn't pay it no mind because you're in the hood, you don't want nobody to think that you're weak, because if you act like you're weak in the neighborhood, then you become a target. You have to show, yeah, even though I was scared as hell, you can't show no weakness, but I was scared because I don't know, because I was a witness to it. I didn't know if they're gonna come for me or whatever. And then one of the times, I spent months in the neighborhood, in my yard, in my lane, and didn't move, didn't go nowhere. And the couple of times that I did venture out, one of the times I did buck up on one of the guys who was aligned with the guys that done whatever to my brother. And me and him buck up in an alleyway, and he's at one end and I'm at the other end. We were in a, not alleyway, it was a little lane. that lead us from one lane to the next, one road to the next. And I need to get past him, and he needs to get past me. I knew he didn't have any gun on him, because if he had one, I know that he would have charged at me and stuff like that. I had a little knife on me and my basketball in my hand. That's all I had. And I decided in my mind, you know what, I need to pass this dude. So that's what I did. So after I passed him, he shouted and he said, whatever he's going to do to me when he catches me. So then I know, oh yeah, so something is going on. So you guys are after me, or somebody want to do something. So yeah. Even though I was a bit scared and stuff like that, you know, and I braved up and passed him, it was one of them is like, I had to look macho to people. I was like, yeah, do whatever you want to do whenever. I'll see you in the streets. You get what I mean? It was one of them things. But even I was scared as hell, because now I know that man want to get me. You get what I mean? So anyway, I jump on my bicycle. I always got my bicycle with me, so I'm on my bicycle and then I ride and go. So as I got older, you know, this guy, I don't know what happened to him. I think he got locked up or something. I don't know what happened to him, but I didn't pay any mind. So anyway, you know, as I got older, more and more stuff start happening. You go different places. You know, I used to play basketball all over the place. So, you know, you go places and you play basketball and you win a game and you have to run. After you shoot the last shot, you have to, you know, the last basket, you have to, after you make the last basket, you have to run. And a lot of that we had to do, me and my friends, we had to do that because we went to different neighborhoods. So yeah, to make this long story short, I end up moving from Jamaica, moving over here to the UK with my brother. And then he ended up moving and going somewhere else. So I was left there. So in the meantime, before all of that happened, I came in November 2001, and came August 2001. So this is where a lot more trauma went happen. Left 19th of August 2001. Couple days later, I got a phone call from my dad. One of my good friend, you know, got taken out, you know, on the road, same place where we used to chill. He got taken out there. So I was like, wow, that's a shock. My dad was like, oh, I'm glad that I got you out and blah, blah, blah. Because looking at your friend, it was looking at you, because it was a couple days before that. My dad saw me in the same place and told me that he don't want to see me there. Little did he know that a couple hours before then, someone tried to take my head off. So this is the story now. So yeah, after that happened, it was, Then a couple days after that, got another phone call. Now I'm illegal in this country. Got another phone call. My dad's dead. Natural cause. Well, not natural. He had a heart attack and died. Wow. It's crazy. This is crazy. So we're talking about traumas and more trauma. So I'm there now, and you know, I get cursed about this a lot from a lot of people. You know, I didn't get to go to my dad's funeral because when I came, I only got like 12 days in the country, and I'd already overstayed and all of that stuff, because I wasn't planning on going back, because, you know, just before, a couple of weeks before I left, there was some guy went and saw my dad and told him that there was a hit out on my head. So it was one of them things where it's like, wow. So I'm here now. You know, my mom's living in America, family living in America, got brother out there, cousins and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm here trying to make my own way. I'm illegal in this country. I'm trying to survive, homeless, everything trying to do. So this is where a lot more of the trauma start. This is more trauma on me. So here, you know, met my wife, you know, we got married, had a son, which he's 21 years old now. This month he's 21 years old. So I've got a son that's 21 years old. So through all of that happening and stuff like that, I'm here. I think I was about 34. My son was about 8 or 9 years old. Now me and my wife, I'm working, I'm legal in the country now, I'm working, everything. And then it's, we got guardianship of, 3 young kids. So we got guardian. So now addition went from one, my son, to 4 kids in the house now. So at the time we were moving house and everything, so it's time to move house. And we was here, sorting out the house and everything. Got a phone call. Not even a phone call. Someone messaged me on Facebook and said, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your mom." Because by this time my mom moved back to Jamaica. Sorry to hear about mom. I'm like, what you mean sorry about my mom? And the person just didn't say nothing else. So now I'm scared, shocked, frightened, everything. But I'm quick. Phone call, start ringing around. Got found out my mom got shot 10 times. So my sister, she said to me, you know what, she got shot, but she's in the hospital, they're working on her, blah, 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 blah. Then the next phone call I got was, she's gone. It's like, wow. Trust me, my heart, listen, I swear to God that my heart stopped beating right away. Right away, I swear that my heart stopped beating. These are stuff that I don't really talk about. This is more trauma on me. Even though I said that I was legal and I can work, I get cursed about this a lot now by a lot of people. And a lot of you are going to say something about it as well. But, for those who know, you know. Even though I was legal to work and everything, I didn't have my passport, didn't have nothing at all. I was not allowed to leave the country. My mom's getting buried. I couldn't have gone back to Jamaica. I couldn't have left. And just remember that there was a hit out on my head at the same time as well. So it's, are you gonna take the chance? Are you gonna not? I didn't. Something that I have to live with for the rest of my life. And it hurts when people around you and people who know you see you and they say to you, "Oh, if it was my mother, I would have to go to a funeral, or I would have to go out there and I do this and I do that and I do that and I do that." Nobody knows what me and my mom talk about or what she said to us, all of her kids, because she made sure she told us, she said, even if it's death and you can't come, don't come. That's what, since, a lot of you want to know what she said, that's what she said to us, because, all my mom's life, it was working to try to get us out of there, out of the hood, out of there. So that's why now when a lot of people say to me, "Oh, you sell out, you this and that," I don't really pay them much mind, because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't understand the situation and the life of how it is. So that's like another trauma. I'm here and I'm dealing with a lot as well. I was able to travel like literally the 2 months. My mom got buried in the January. I was allowed to travel in March. That was when I was allowed to travel. So, that's unlike another trauma. That's something that like I said, I have to be dealing with for the rest of my life. Not being able, I didn't get to go to my dad's funeral, didn't go to my mom's funeral. So it ended up that I was there for a bit, working hard and stuff like that. And I ended up going back the other day, and I got the opportunity to put a headstone on my mom's grave, went and cleaned up my dad's grave, sat and talked with them for a bit, and that kind of took a little bit of weight off my shoulder. But it brings up that memory again, that, of what happened, and when a lot of people come and they see you and they don't understand, and they say, "Oh, you let them do this to your mother and you don't do nothing at all about it, blah, blah, blah." But, I always say to people, life has a way of playing around stuff. So, just make sure that it don't happen to you, because there's certain burden that only some people can bear. So, that's my burden to bear. That's my cross for me and my family to bring. But we left everything up to God, and we didn't have to do anything at all. The person that done it to my mom is dead now. The one that sent him to do it, we don't know where he is, but that's another story. So now you're dealing with trauma, the stress, the depression, and everything. And as you get older, it starts to come out more. So after my mom died, every single thing that happened from when I was from 5 years old, the first time I saw someone got taken out, all of that became a trauma, and it started to bring me down, and it started to destroy my life, started to destroy my home, all the stress and anxiety. So now we get into where I'm at this moment. I went through a couple stages where, because of the stress and the depression, I remember people seeing me in London and going running to my brother and saying to my brother that it looked like I'm on drugs or whatever. I don't drink and I don't smoke. So it's just because of the stress that I was going through at that time and the depression, I was bringing myself a certain way, and I was homeless at the time as well. And, a lot of people couldn't understand it because I was someone who's always smiling and whatever, But then you look on it now, and I look on it and I realize that all of that build up right now is bringing me to where I'm at now at the moment. Right now I'm off work. I just come up, spent 2 weeks in the hospital. Because I went through them stages where I wasn't looking after myself. And I'm not saying that this can't happen to everybody. It will happen to everybody at any time. I look healthy right now, but like I said, I just come out of the hospital. I'm sitting in my car, and that's all I can do is sit in it. I'm not allowed to drive it for a month, which ends this week. Sometime this week, I think tomorrow or something like that. 4 weeks. Yeah. Anyway, I can't remember what it is. But yeah, I think it finishes today or tomorrow. If, I'm able to drive again. But yeah, all I can do is sit in it. And now I'm dealing with a different set of stress and a different stress of trauma because my life just changed like that. The reason why I was in hospital, I had what they call a TIA. It's a form of a stroke. This is something that a lot of people wouldn't talk about online. My family would say, oh, don't be telling people your business, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not going to be coming on here and talk about people and other people's problem and other people's stuff and don't talk about mine. And I hope that I can help somebody and, tell people. I just had a little feeling, and it's not like I was ill bad. I had a feeling, my body didn't feel right. I went to the doctors and they kept me in, said that it was a stroke, minor stroke, whatever you want to call it. And that's how it is. And it just shows you how your life can change with seconds. Your life, this just happened it was like a Sunday night. I was at home, tried to get a cup of water to my head. My hand started shaking. Wake up next morning, there was no feeling in my right arm and my leg. My whole right side went numb. That's all I went to the doctor for. My right side went numb. Right side of my body, right arm, leg, side, everything went numb. And this is what happened. So now my life is changed. So now I have to eat different, make sure I sleep, drink water, a lot of water, because that was one of my problems. With my job, it's hard for you to find a toilet, so I wasn't drinking water. Sometimes 2 days, I'll have one of this bottle of water for 2-3 days. I'll have one of this, just that alone. So, like I said, I just want to make sure that, to make a lot of you guys aware of, a lot of people aware of, you look after yourself, look after your body, and, try not to. Stress is the most silent killer around. Now, me personally think that a lot of what happened to me is due to stress, depression, anxiety, all of them stuff that I've been going through from age 5. I'm 45 years old now. and from age 5. So that's 40 years worth of stress, depression, anxiety that I've been dealing with every single year. I remember I went through a stage of my neighborhood that you was going through where you don't know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. And I had to deal with that for years and years. Looking on a lot of my friends, guys that I know, flat out on the ground, not here no more. And a lot of that I had to deal with growing up. And now I'm getting older and my body is starting to feel the effects of all the stress and the everything that I went through. So no, don't take this as a weakness, because a lot of men feel like if they talk about stuff like this, people are going to think that they're weak. Trust me, for 1 second, I don't let them stuff bother me at all. Because when you've been through what I've been through, seen what I've seen and done what I've done, you get to a stage now where you don't really give a rat's tail what people think, do, or say about you. And that's why I'm able to talk about this on here, because I don't really give a rat's tail what people think, do, or say about it, or what you want to say negative after this. I'm just trying to put this on here to make sure that, I can help somebody. Somebody can, it'll put something in someone that's like they say, you know what, I need to start looking after myself, and I need to, because all the last year I was eating all of the fast food, 5-6 days a week I'm having chicken burger meal and all of that, chips, the fries, whatever. I was eating them every day. December 2023, I started to do some, look after myself. I started exercising, started training, started eating better. And now we're in February and I just came out of hospital because I had a stroke. So I just want to say to everybody, oh, sorry about that. It just shows you that, yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm doing this real. That was my postman just now. So I just want to say to everybody, out there is, look after yourself, eat good, sleep good, and exercise. I'm always one who always train, but because of my job, the job that I've got, I don't know if I still got it. Same way, because, I drive for a living, and unless the doctor said that I can go back to work, I won't be able to go back to work. So this is why I'm saying that, life changes just like that, and you just have to look after yourself and continue to try to do the best of your ability. So if I can't go back to work, I'm gonna have to start all over again. And after 17 years in a job, I'm just gonna have to do something else. But you know what, it's life, and that's just how it is. So if you've come this far into the video, I hope that my story can help someone. People, I'm asking you, I'm begging you, try your best. Try not to stress. Try not get depressed. And if you do, please go talk to somebody. Go see a psychiatrist. Find someone to talk to, someone to offload some of that stress and that depression on, not in the negative way, in a positive way. There's help out there. It took me a while to recognize that there was a problem and that I needed help, and that I was depressed and that I was stressed and that I had anxiety. It took me a long time to realize that, and I just want you guys to know that you're not alone. There's a lot of people out there dealing with it, and it only leads you down one road, and it's not a good road. Work on yourself. Try to get better every single day. If you've come this far into the video, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope I've inspired someone. It'd be much appreciated by me if you just hit the subscription button, tap the notification bell, so that I know that you like these videos, and I can give you, can put out more videos about this. All I'm trying to do is to help who I can help, and make sure that you don't fall into the same type of thing that happened to me. Thanks again. I know this was a long video. Peace.